Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, it is Sunday here. We have finally seen the gameplay for the upcoming Battlefield title called Battlefield 2042. So I want to talk about what I expect from this game, comparing it a bit to Battlefield 4, which is the last modern installment. Since the reveal trailer earlier this week and with the new gameplay trailer, DICE made sure that this game looked like the modern successor of the older Battlefield games that people love, which are Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. This is excellent news, because most people, myself included, just wanted a modern Battlefield 4. However, playing that game again in 2021, and after having played other great modern shooters, I hope Battlefield 2042 to have at least some kind of upgrade in a few aspects from its predecessors. First of all, let's take a look at what they have already changed, and I think it's good. Starting with the classes. This new Battlefield has what they call a specialists. Each of them have a unique perk and an ability. And besides that, you can equip any weapon you want. What I fear about this is that you may be able to equip a certain gun in every specialist, which is like the best gun in the slot. So now let's say there's a new M4 which is the meta. Now everyone could equip this weapon on any specialist with all the other gadgets and secondary weapons in whatever they want. So that could kill the weapon variety in the game. Also, adding up to this possible issue is the new Plus system, which allow players to swap attachments on the fly. This is a great addition in my opinion, but it could be a problematic one, because if there's actually a meta gun, this will only make it more versatile, being able to tune it perfectly for every encounter in just a second. In my opinion, swapping each attachment should take at least 3 seconds while doing some kind of animation, so it's not that easy to change stuff mid-fight and gaining an advantage. Now, some of the specialists have abilities like a grappling hood or a wingsuit. Bringing more mobility, and particularly vertical mobility, into a game like Battlefield makes the experience more dynamic, so I really like that. I always found it very useful when you have more mobility in a game which has such huge maps. Then, having these big maps, increasing the player count to 120 players is only reasonable, so I think they made a really good move in that direction. Also, now you're able to call vehicles while deployed, which makes it easier to move around too, adding to the mobility factor I was talking about. Now, if you need to move from one point of the map to the other, you can just summon your transport vehicle and move easily without having to kill yourself and spawning into another base like you usually do in Battlefield 3 or 4. Moving on to other stuff that is not confirmed or we don't know much about. My main concern with Battlefield 2042 is gameplay. Playing BF4 recently made me realize that in 2021, that gameplay is a bit old. The painfully slow bullet velocity they force into the game to balance sniper doesn't feel good, and it makes mid-range fight a bit of a pain sometimes. Hope to see more modern gameplay, where the bullet speed is more realistic and you have a better mid-range fight. So I would hope that the bullet speed in Battlefield 2042 would be a little bit faster, so it's enough for a better mid-range fight, but still keeping the balance for snipers. Then there are a few things about Battlefield 4 that ruin the experience a little bit in my opinion. For instance, mortars. They are a spamming mechanic, they have no counterplay, and I never found the point of them other than annoying people. I've never seen anyone say, "What a great mortar kill," or "Wow guys, that guy killed me with a good and fair mortar kill." Nah, that never happened. So I just hope the new BF 2042 doesn't have this kind of spam mechanics that only appeal to the people that just want to sit back and rack up kills from the spawn. And talking about spam and farming kills, I also would not like to see such big choke points as there were in Battlefield 4. This is more of a map design problem rather than a problem with the items or the mechanics. Because grenade launchers and rocket launchers are fine, but if a map forces 64 players through a small hallway with no other alternative, there's no escape from the explosive spam. So I hope to see more open routes in Battlefield 2042. More room for flanking, more room to outplay your opponent, not just see who has more explosives to spam. Finally, something I would like to be back is hardcore mode. Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 removed the hardcore mode, and this was a really cool thing in Battlefield 3 and 4. This appealed to a different kind of player that wanted a more realistic experience, you wanna say, but it's not only that, it's that you want the HUD removed. That's the main reason people played hardcore in my opinion. The reduced HP wasn't everything about the hardcore mode, even though it was really nice to have the guns with a little less time to kill. The main thing about hardcore was removing the HUD, using more of your senses and not relying so much on marking or the minimap or the map itself. So I hope they give this option again in Battlefield 2042, but I think it could never come back. So those are the things I expect from this new Battlefield 2042. All of this is pure speculation anyway, even with that stuff that we have seen confirmed in the gameplay trailer. Until we actually get to play the game, we will not know for sure how things are going to be. Also, even if the beta has some issues, I'm sure many of them could be changed by launch or post-launch. Remember that BF4 had a really bad release too, and ended up being one of the most loved Battlefield games out there. So I keep my hopes high with this game and I really look forward to playing it. So let me know in the comments below what you expect from this Battlefield title. Put your thoughts and remember that nowadays game can change with the public opinion, so make yourself heard. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, where I regularly stream many FPS titles. I will stream a lot of Battlefield 2042 as soon as the beta is available, so stay tuned for that. You can find the link to my Twitch and other socials in the description down below. So that's it for today, I'll see you all on the battlefield.